Okay, hey guys, I have a few minutes and I have been having lots of, ideas that I want to put out for videos, that just little snippets of information and things. Because what I find is a lot of people don't read as much as they used to. A lot of us do. A lot of us still absolutely do a lot of reading. Some of us, though, some of us, they really don't. So every time I have a few minutes, I'm trying to keep these videos short. So I want to talk about something called there's four basic learning styles. Okay, and when you know what your best learning style is, like when you know what is the best way for you to learn, to take in information, because for everybody that's going to be very, very different, but when it's very, very easier for you to learn. It's easier for you to learn, and you can learn a lot faster too. Okay, so I gotta hurry up. Okay, 4 major learning styles. Here they are. They're visual learners, so maybe you learn best through visual. Auditory, people who learn best through listening. That's me. Reading and writing learners, people who learn best through the actual reading and then writing it down. And kinesthetic, I don't think I'm saying this word correctly, but it's like kinesiology. It's the same root word, meaning touch. Like kinesiology. Through touch, like feeling, like you associate things, you learn through feeling. Okay? Hands-on, actually doing. I'm a little mix. I'm a little bit of that as well. I'm definitely auditory, like very, very auditory. Okay, so this is something that is very well known. It's just a lot of people, what I think happens, especially in public schools and stuff like that, people, if you don't know or you have not identified your best way to learn, you may try to learn things or, be in a classroom setting or whatnot and try to learn in another way. And you might wonder why you're not picking up something as fast as other people, because maybe they're doing it, they're learning it the way that they learn best, right? But when you know whatever is your best way, you can try to take that same information and maybe like listen, watch a video, or whatever you need to do, right? So this is something you can look up. There's other learning styles. I think there's a couple videos here on YouTube. There's 4 basic ones, but then I think there's like 7 or 8 that go into some of the other, it branches out. But I wanted to share these with you because I actually learned this many years ago when I was in Mary Kay. And the reason why they taught us this is because we all needed to learn at different paces. And that's why I really enjoyed my time in Mary Kay, because they really taught me so much. I learned in Mary Kay that I was an audio learner, and that I learned best when I was power walking or doing anything actually, and having something on. But come to find out, my family, my mom is that same way too. I noticed it quite a bit. I actually noticed it even with my son. So it's very common. And you can look this up though. You can just look up the best learning techniques, ways to learn. Okay, the 4 learning styles. Okay, so I'm going to read through this just so that so that you're understanding, okay? 4 main types of learning styles are visual, learning through seeing; auditory, learning through listenings; reading, writing, learning through written text; and kinesthetic, learning through doing and experiencing. Okay, so here's more details. Visual learners, these individuals learn best through seeing information such as through pictures or diagrams or charts and videos. Auditory learners, these learners prefer to absorb information through listening, including lectures, discussions, and audio recordings. Reading and writing learners, this style involves learning through reading and writing, including textbook articles and taking notes. Kinesthetic learners, these learners learn best through hands-on activity, experiments, and physical engagement with the material. Okay, and so you can watch, there's different videos. I will later on, when I upload this video, I will like tag in some of the videos here on YouTube that I've seen. But absolutely, when you know exactly which is the best way for you to learn. See, here's some visuals. when you know, like, whatever is your kid's best way also of learning, it helps. It really helps. And it makes you feel smarter. You don't feel like, you feel smarter because you're learning faster, okay? You're learning the best way. So for me, for example, because I'm an audio learner, I like to have something to listen to, an ebook or something. And actually, there's people here on YouTube that you can follow that they give summaries of books, right? Maybe if you don't have time to read, or you don't want to sit down and read, or reading hurts your eyes or whatever, okay, you can literally just put on these people's summaries and be listening to them in your ear or listening in the car or whatever, and you can pick up the basic information, okay? And I'm just sharing that because that way you can actually, keep up with your learning. Give yourself whatever, 30 minutes to an hour every day or every week or whatever to put towards your continuing education, your personal continuing education, okay? But it really does help when you actually know what is the best way for you to learn. And these are just I love these little visuals. You can actually order, you'll see these in teachers' classrooms, these type of visuals or whatever. It says, let's see, kinesthetic. I don't think I'm saying it correctly, but I know that it's the same word for kinesiology, which is touch. Learning, doing, by doing, incorporate body movement, tactile, touch, feel, hands-on. The reason why I think that this is one of my second ways of learning. Me and my younger son, I noticed many years ago when he was a baby, well, when he wasn't a baby, but when he was like 6 or 7, I don't know, whenever maybe he was 5 or 6. He was younger. And we had a occupational therapist that came, and she said he learned best when he was on a bouncy ball. Okay, so he had to be moving. And what I noticed is that I was the same way. I didn't know I was that way until I saw her say that about him. Okay, and then I was like, oh, I'm the same way too, because I love to, like I said, I love to listen to my, earphones or whatever while I'm walking, or even when I'm listening, if I'm listening to a lecture, or if I'm at Bible study group or whatever. I have always needed to be doing something. Anyway, because I knew that about my son, I always let him have, the squeeze ball, or I always let him have a little car or something that he could put his hands on while he was listening, and he would draw a lot. When we would be at Bible study group, he would be listening, but he would be drawing, and I knew he was still listening because I knew that this was part of his learning style. I'm the same way. Actually, I'm very much the same way, but I have always been that kind of person that, like, when I would, like, I remember when I was younger, I used to love, like, going to the beach and putting my hands in the sand, and just that feeling of putting my hands in the sand. And I know I have a lot of things like that, where, like Play-Doh, I like the way when I squeeze Play-Doh. But I especially like to do that while I'm learning, which is why you can buy those stress balls or different things like that. That squishy stuff that you can buy in the toy section, that gooey stuff or whatever. Definitely. But sometimes if I'm in a bind, I don't have anything like that or whatever, and I'm about to go in and listen to either for work or Bible study, whatever, something, and I know I'm going to have to be sitting down for like 45 minutes, an hour or something like that, and I need to learn, and I didn't bring anything, I will pick up even a rock or something outside. I'm known for doing that. People think I'm crazy. I don't care. But it's because I know the rock, whatever, that's outside has energy. But I don't just pick up any rock. I will be looking around for a rock because I want one side smooth and I want one side rough. So I guess, yeah, I'm definitely kinesthetic. But I'm also, I come from a family who, we do sign language. Well, my mother is an interpreter, my sister is an interpreter, and I know sign language just through them. And we use our hands a lot. We are Italian, and I guess I've gotten just used to being very touch oriented. Anyway, there's the other ways. Some people learn just from reading and writing and just repeating it, and they learn it, they get information fast like that. So anyway, this is something I really wanted to share, because I think, like I said, some people, maybe they just don't know, they don't realize that there is learning styles that people gravitate to. And once you find your perfect learning style, it's like bingo. Now you can really just go at it full steam ahead, right? Okay, it is allergy time here in Atlanta. And I'm debating if I want to put that earring on or not. Anyway, it's allergy time here. It's springtime. It's springtime. So, which means it is allergy time. So, I want to make sure that I mention to everybody as well. I think CVS has a really good, their version of Flonase. It's a bomb for me. It works really good. So, I started like about, I think I almost started about maybe 3 weeks ago. I started sniffing my stuff. I mean, obviously, you can still take your Claritin. It depends on how bad it is. But I noticed that when I start in advance, or when I get ahead of the allergy season and before the pollen starts getting crazy, if you go ahead and just, I think they call that, there's a name for that. When you're not uploading, but when you start loading, I think when you just start loading into your system and you start getting it ready to go or whatever, it's like it won't be as bad. So I've definitely noticed that every year that I stay on top of it and that I'll start in with my sniffs like at least once a day. Sometimes it goes to twice a day, depending on how bad it is. Sometimes I just have to put on a mask. It has been so bad some years. And then as it gets really, really, really bad, then you might want to go ahead and take your Claritin, okay? Listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. Y'all know about all that stuff or whatever. I'm just telling you, it's allergy time, especially in this area, and it can really mess you up. It can mess your throat up and give you itchy eyes and all that. So, hey. Anyway, that's all for this video. Bye.